and welcome to another 3abn Today cooking program. We're the MIcheff sisters.
I'm Linda.
I'm Brenda. And I'm Cinda. We have a really exciting program for you today. We're going to take you all the way to Thailand.
That's right.
Oh, and I love it.
I do too. I love Thai food. Thai cuisine is one of my very favorites. It's got so much good spice and flavor to the food.
I love it. Those little bird's eye chilies.
They're wonderful. And actually, my very favorite cook in all the world that cooks Thai food is your daughter, Catie.
She is an amazing cook. And
I love
that
her
is
cooking.
because Catie spent a year over in Thailand as a student missionary. She worked at the bamboo school in Bong Thi, Thailand. And she learned how to cook while she was over there. And they're right, it's amazing.
She learned how to cook Thai food when she's there. But for our Kids Time viewers, you will know Catie from Kids Time because she's our cook on Kids Time. Cooking with Catie. She has her own cookbook out called Cooking with Catie.
That's right.
You can call 3abn and order it from them directly. And she's an amazing cook. So she's been cooking you've had her cook in the kitchen for as long as...
She could crawl.
That's right.
I mean, I would sit her on the counter next to me. I mean, when she was like 2 and 3 years old, and I would have her stirring and just pouring things in. So I've had her cooking since she was very small.
I have a confession to make. I feel totally inadequate trying to cook Thai food, just thinking about how wonderful Catie does it.
Well, I have a very special treat then, because my sisters are thinking, how are we going to fix all this Thai food? I told them, don't worry, I'll take care of it. I'm not going to cook it. We have a special treat for you. Catie is here in the studio, and she is going to cook for us. Catie.
Sawadika, which is actually hello in Thai, and I'm also wearing a very traditional Thai outfit that I brought back from Thailand. So,
welcome to Cooking with the MIcheff sisters. Does this bring back some Kids Time memories? Those long hours in the studio.
Long hours. Well, today we're actually making all sorts of Thai recipes with you guys.
Well,
all sorts of very traditional
what
ones.
we're making.
The first thing we're going to do is we're going to make som tam, which is a green papaya salad. It was one of my favorites in Thailand. It's very spicy, very different, but very
I've
good.
tasted it. I love it.
The next one's going to be squash curry, which is also on the spicy side. It's very traditional curry. The next one's going to be pad thai, which is my dad's favorite. It's a traditional Thai noodle dish that you can get a lot of times just on the street in Thailand, street vendors. The next one is tom kha gai soup, which is a sweet and sour soup with coconut milk in it.
Ooh.
Also a traditional Asian favorite.
That sounds good.
And the next one's going to be mango and sticky rice, which is one of everyone's favorite Thai dessert. Coconut milk and the sweet with fresh mango on it. It's delicious.
Your brother had to have that every day while we were visiting.
David probably ate it 2 or 3 times a day while we were in Thailand, so he loved it. I told him he was going to get sick of it, but he never seemed to get sick of it. He ate it all the time. So what this is here, som tam, this is green papaya. And a lot of people, when I say I'm going to make a green papaya salad, they turn their nose up because they don't like papaya. But the thing is that green papaya tastes absolutely nothing like a ripe papaya. It's kind of got a different, it's a very mild taste. It's not a fruity taste. You can also, if you can't find, you can find these at Asian markets all over. Pretty much any Asian market's going to have it.
Is it like a cabbage, kind of?
It doesn't really taste like a cabbage. Sometimes.
You want to taste it?
Well,
Be brave. Tell us what it tastes like.
Well,
it reminds me of cabbage.
Does it? A little bit?
Really?
Well, what I tell people too is if you can't find a green papaya, you can just take, and we're adding shredded carrots to this, but you can make the entire salad just with the shredded carrots.
Oh, okay.
Or if you have a green mango, you can shred up a green mango.
Okay.
And try that.
Before
we do anything else, we're going to go ahead and read the recipe off.
Well, she's ahead of us. Yeah.
There we go. 2 cloves of garlic, 1 or 2 green Thai chilies, when serrano peppers will also work, a large handful of green bean halves, 2 cups of green papaya, finely shredded, 1 carrot, finely shredded, 1½ teaspoons of lime juice, 1/4 a teaspoon of salt, 1/2 a teaspoon of brown sugar, 4 grape tomatoes, 1/4 a cup of raw peanuts, green cabbage, and 4 teaspoons of soy sauce. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out with our garlic. And now traditionally this kind of salad is made in what's called a mortar and pestle, which is, it's made out of stone and it's got the pestle, and the Thai people when they make it will hit it against the mortar, and that grinds the garlic and the pepper and everything together. We don't have that today.
You actually brought one back from Thailand with
did.
you, and we forgot to bring it.
We forgot to bring it. But this will work out just fine. Anything that you can kind of smash the garlic with or smash the green beans, all that together, you can use. So we're going to go ahead and smash up the garlic.
That does really
It
well.
actually does pretty good. That's impressive.
Well, folks, remember that. That'll work.
And these here are green chilies. So they're called bird's eye chilies in Thailand. They're extremely spicy, and I can say from experience, if you handle them a lot with your hands and do not use gloves, your hands will be numb and burning for a long time.
And I can tell you all the times when I looked up a lot of remedies for you when you were trying to cool off those hands, and none of them I don't think worked.
None of them work besides time. It takes a lot of time.
We tried everything.
And she doesn't meet the spice time.
No. You're going to get the green beans. Now the idea here is just to kind of break open the bean a bit. You don't want to smush them completely, but just to kind of break them a little bit. And these are just normal green beans with the ends cut off.
And they're not cooked.
They're not cooked. These are raw green beans. Which, you know, before I went to Thailand, I was not really a fan of. And now, I love raw green beans. Break
So
those
they
to
eat
the
a lot of fresh vegetables there?
They do, but the funny thing is they don't eat lettuce very often. That was something
Eat a lot of cabbage.
They eat a lot of cabbage, and a lot of salads that are a little more like this. The green beans are nice and broken up.
Okay.
You guys can go ahead and add the green papaya.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, just right there.
Just like that. I'm just going to flush it up right there like that, right?
In Brenda's defense, she did say she doesn't know about Thai cooking.
It's true. It's true.
Add it right there to the bowl.
Just add it right in there. We'll be good to go. You can add from there on. You just add everything on in. But the tomatoes, you want to be careful.
Add the carrots?
You can add the carrots. You want to be careful with the tomatoes. You don't want to smush them to a mush, but you do kind of want to get a little bit of the tomato juice out.
And
so we'll just kind of pound them just a little bit.
For a little brown sugar?
Yes, let's go ahead and
Here, sis.
use another spoon. Whoop. It'll
You get
slip
that
away from you if you're not careful.
Now, when you are in at the orphanage where you were, did they have a real fancy kitchen and everything?
Oh man, we lived in bamboo huts.
Did you have
And,
running water or electricity?
We had some electricity. It was pretty sporadic. So when it would go out, it was out.
It was very crude, too. It was like a little shop light that hung. They would hang in the, like from the rafters of the bamboo ceiling, and they didn't even have that all the time, and no running water.
There was no running water, but what we did do is we would carry water up from the well and put them in big trash bins, and that's what we used to shower in with dippers. The trash
Not really
bin and a
shower.
dipper. It was a shower.
So what was your kitchens like?
The kitchen, it was a bamboo room underneath the orphanage, and we'd set out mats, and the kids would chop with cutting boards on the floor.
Oh,
And everyone
really?
would sit around on the floor and cook together.
That sounds like
wow.
fun.
It was a lot of fun. We had a good time.
So how old would the kids have to be before they could start cooking?
Oh, kids were chopping stuff and cutting with knives from the time they were 6.
Oh, wow.
So they start them young
Kids,
there.
they start them young. And you know what kids do? Kids over there eat spicy food. They'll eat these green chilies. They'll eat them spicier than
For
anybody
breakfast.
can. For breakfast? Oh, yeah, for breakfast for sure.
Oh,
They eat all kinds of spicy food all the time. And so kids over there can eat spicier than adults here can because they're just more used to it from eating it
Wow.
as a kid. This dish, in fact, we didn't make, this is a traditional Thai dish. At the orphanage, we ate a lot of traditional Karen dishes, which is the tribe that I worked with, and it's similar to Thai food, but a little bit different. This dish you could buy down in towns and Thai cities. Go ahead and add the lime juice, yeah.
You want the salt?
And the salt. Just go ahead and add everything on in.
Oh, this looks amazing.
And stir it up.
Well,
I
that
have a
seems
confession
pretty
to make.
simple.
Katie made this for me last week, and I already had some. It is so good. I love
And
it.
I can tell you, I had to change her mind on the green papaya.
Yeah.
I told her green papaya, and she went, "Ooh,
I don't know about
like
the green
papaya. That
papaya."
doesn't sound so good."
Yeah, I was like, I don't know about that. I'm thinking, maybe we can just skip the green papaya. She goes, Auntie, be brave. I'm like, but your mom's not here. She's always my tester. But I was brave, and I tried it, and I loved it.
Well,
I
you know
absolutely
what?
loved it.
Oh, tell us what about this
And
is.
then this is just cabbage right here, green cabbage, and it's served usually just in a chunk with the salad. And
So what do? Take a bite of this and a bite of the salad?
Yep,
could do that.
That's what I did.
you
I love
you
it.
could pile it on it and eat it with the salad on it.
Oh, wow.
Katie was actually laughing at me because it was so good that I was.
She didn't want to share with me.
I thought that was my bowl, so I was like, she was, Auntie, that's not for us to share. I was like, oh.
So it is a very different dish, but give it a shot because I guarantee you're gonna like it.
Yes, and you have one already prepared over here and garnished so beautifully with the peanuts on top and
We do.
and the carrot roses. Isn't that gorgeous?
Yes, and we can, you can either just garnish it with peanuts or you can add peanuts in and mix the peanuts in, which is what that one has in it.
So now the next recipe you're going to show us is the soup? Or what?
Is I think the squash curry.
Oh, I love that too.
Now the squash curry, you're going to start with a half of a small onion, 2 cloves of garlic, 1.5 teaspoons of sesame oil, 1 tablespoon of red curry paste, 1.5 cups of sliced mushrooms, 1/2 of a small butternut squash cubed and baked or cooked until tender, 2 cans of coconut milk, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 tablespoon of peanuts, 1 teaspoon of soy sauce, 1.5 teaspoons of fresh squeezed lime juice, and 1 tablespoon of honey. Now, I just want to tell you a secret. When you're making any sort of Thai food, basically, if you start with an onion and some garlic, that's how you can start pretty much every recipe.
Oh, wow.
So most things start that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our garlic, and I have 2 cloves of garlic here. And if you like things more garlicky, you can add a couple more if you like that, but we're going to do 2 today. And what I'm going to show you is how I learned to cut garlic or squish garlic in Thailand. They don't use a garlic press. They don't use anything like that. What we're going to do is just cut the ends off of it. And you just take your knife on top of the garlic and hit it.
Oh, wow.
Just squish the garlic is so then it can come off. And then you can just cut it.
Wow, is that
Done.
nice?
And cut.
There you go.
That's all we have. So you're going to add your garlic.
Okay, so do you want any oil or anything in the pan?
Yeah, well, we're going to do that too.
Oh, okay.
But it's going to be the garlic, the sesame oil, and the onion. Now, if you don't have sesame oil, that's fine too. It just gives it a little more of an Asian flavor. And the sesame oil, I love sesame oil.
I do too.
I love the smell of it, love the taste of it. I love the way it makes my curry taste. So we're going to add that.
You want the light on?
The light on?
We're going to flip a switch, turn the light on. We're going to turn the stove on.
We'll turn the light on for you, sis.
Well, Katie, I feel like you were a light in at that little was it an
Bamboo
orphanage?
school?
It was an orphanage, yes.
Yes, because I think even one time you helped conduct a funeral.
I did actually preach at a funeral on the spot. Actually, that was probably the most interesting worship talk I've given. I was sitting there at this kid's funeral. I didn't know the grandparent that had died, and they looked at me and they said, "We want the foreigner to speak." I said, "What? The foreigner to speak? What am I supposed to say at a funeral?" So I'm sitting there, and usually things you know, in Thailand, take time. People will visit, people will be eating, that sort of thing. And I was like, oh, I have time. So I'm chit-chatting with my friends. Guy comes over and says, you're on in 5 minutes. I said, oh no. I had no idea what I was going to say. So I sat down, I opened my Bible, I started flipping as fast as I could, and got up front. And I can tell you that I was deciding what I was going to say as they were translating my next line.
Oh, no.
So I would talk, they would translate, and I'd be thinking about my next sentence in my head as they were translating the one before.
Oh, wow.
So I'm not sure what I said that day. I got a lot of hugs afterwards. It was a real blessing. So
God always blesses.
He does bless.
You know, that's the one thing that I love about God, that we don't have to have the words. We don't have to know what to say. We just need to be willing, obedient, and joyful about it, and God will do the rest. He'll give us the words. He'll give us the right things to say. And even if they weren't the right things out of her mouth, God could have had them translate it perftly.
Exactly.
So, you know.
I don't know what the translator said, so we have no idea what actually came out of my mouth via the translator. So we're stir frying this up in the pot, and if you like your onions a little more crisp, you can not stir fry it as much. Mom likes it to be clear. I like mine a little bit less cooked than she does. So cook it to your liking, and these are big chunks. Notice that everything we do today, it's big chunks of everything.
Okay, so
Thai food, the squash, the tofu, the anything, it's all in big. And I don't know what the story is behind that, but
that's just the way
They always do that.
That is the way it is.
Okay.
All right, so once
Katie,
you get,
can I just tell you, you've come a long way since kids' time. And she was an amazing cook then.
Are you wanting the mushrooms?
no, I am wanting the curry paste.
Oh.
So what I'm going
Tell
to
them
tell you about this curry paste is you can buy your own curry paste in the store if you like, and that works fine. If you want a really fresh flavor, really good, you can make your own. And I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that this only takes a couple minutes to make. Curry paste takes a while to make. It is not.
I watched you make
You want me
it.
to stir that?
Well,
So sure.
but Katie,
You wanna have the other curry paste?
once you make the curry paste, how long will it keep in your refrigerator?
Keep your face out of that a little bit because it is spicy. You're going to find yourself choking a little bit if you get
Thanks
too
for
close.
the warning.
Curry paste will last in your fridge for 2 or 3 weeks, maybe longer.
Can you freeze it?
And it'll last for a couple months. So it's not something that you're going to make and you're just going to have to throw away and get rid of.
Right.
It's something
Now,
that's going to last.
one thing that Katie did do is that she is giving you her recipe for this curry paste. She's not going to demo it today, but she is giving the recipe. So all of our recipes, if you feel like you can't write them down fast enough, just don't even worry about it. Just sit back and enjoy the program, because all of the recipes on this program you can find on the 3ABN
You can print
website.
online.
Just go to 3abn.org and you can download all the recipes. So just enjoy the
How's
program
that?
and don't worry about it. But she will also have that curry paste recipe.
Let's turn that down a little bit. It looks like we're burning out, choking on the see? It'll get you. It'll get you. Okay, so once you get to where you start coughing like that.
Okay, that's good.
You know that the taste and the flavors are really
Getting
coming out
fragrant.
of the paste and getting fragrant. Then you start adding your vegetables. So we're going to add our mushrooms and our squash.
Add these mushrooms too?
Yes. Now this butternut squash, what I have already gone ahead and done is you can put butternut squash in raw, but it's going to end up taking like 45 minutes to an hour just to cook your squash in the curry. So what I like to do,
Ooh.
woo, that's spicy stuff right there. So what I like to do
Wish you guys could be here.
is I like to, and a little trick is because I used to hate cutting up butternut squash. It's a pain to do. So what you do is if you toss the whole thing in the microwave, you put it, stick a knife in it so it doesn't explode on you in the microwave, and you put it in there for like 5 or 6 minutes, and then you peel it. It's so much easier to peel. So peel it with some sort of peeler, chop it in chunks, put it in the microwave 5 or 6 minutes, again, after it's already in chunks. And then what I did is I put it in the oven after that, just to finish cooking it and crisp it up a bit.
It's good stuff.
Okay? So once you get that all mixed up and you can see that your paste is starting to coat your vegetables, we're going to go ahead and add our coconut milk.
Okay.
Now, when I originally made this recipe, the coconut milk that I had was a lot more thin than this. It was a lot more watery. So when I made it, I just added coconut milk. I didn't add any water to it. This coconut milk that I got was a different brand, and as you can probably see as it's going in, it's almost like a cream. So what we've done here is this is two 13.5-ounce cans of coconut milk.
Right.
And I've taken that can, and for every 2 cans I do just under 1 can, like coconut milk can filled with water, just under that of water.
1.5 cups, is that
So,
it? Yeah.
yeah, it's about, a cup and a fourth,
Okay.
around. So we're gonna add that water. Now again, if it comes out too watery, then add a little more coconut milk. Or if it's too spicy, add some more coconut milk. It'll tone down the spice.
Okay.
So we're gonna add some salt, little bit of soy sauce,
Oh, it smells so good.
a little bit of lime juice, and we're gonna go ahead and add the peanuts. But what I want to talk to you about the peanuts a little bit before I add them. What these are is these aren't just your natural or your normal store-bought peanuts. What they are is I bought these natural peanuts at an Asian market, and they're raw. So if you taste them just raw, they're probably not going to taste too good. What I did is I took the peanuts whole, and I put them in a skillet. Just if you can go ahead and stir this.
Oh, I'll be glad to.
A little bit. But you put them in a skillet raw, and you heat them up. No oil, no anything, just
dry skillet.
dry
To brown
skillet,
them?
just like that, just to brown them. But be careful, because I can tell you, I have burned more batches of peanuts than ever. Because I'll put the peanuts in, I'll start doing something, and then
See, it's one of those
Aunt
things
Linda's,
you need to
Aunt Linda's
stay
going,
there.
what's burning? All of a sudden, it's your peanuts. So stand there and stir them, let them get brown, and then once they cool, you can chop them. It's easy to chop.
But if you do burn them, I like them burnt. I love peanuts.
She likes them burnt. Not many people do.
No,
So
I'm not a big fan of burnt peanuts.
I don't like burnt peanuts either. So we're gonna try not to burn the peanuts.
I sat there and picked out all the burnt peanuts and I ate them.
Now, I've got one more ingredient
Yes,
here.
we've got some tofu over here. Now, if you'll notice, once again, this tofu is in big chunks. And I'll tell you that the easiest way to grill up tofu, because a lot of times the problem is you'll put the tofu in the pan and it's so wet, it takes forever to fry the tofu. So if you use a paper towel, you use a towel, something, and you can wrap it in the towel and put something that's kind of heavy, like in a bowl with a little bit of water on top of it. It'll soak most of the juice out of the tofu, and then when you go to grill it or fry it, you don't have any problems with
Now,
it. It does it really fast.
You didn't use any oil to fry
I did not use any oil in this. This is a little bit of Pam spray or a little bit of some sort of cooking spray, and spray the tops of it, put the tofu in, spray the tops of the tofu, and you just let it slightly sear.
And you don't put any other seasoning in it.
No other
because
seasoning. This is
seasons
just
it.
salt
tofu.
or
There is
anything.
so much seasoning in this and so much spice, as
They
you
don't
can
need
tell. You don't need anything else.
Now I have a question. Is one of the reasons why there's so many big chunks of things, is that easier to use chopsticks with, or?
Thai people do not use chopsticks. That is a big misunderstanding. I thought when you go to Thai restaurants, you'll see so many different people that will ask for chopsticks. And a lot of times Thai restaurants have them because so many people ask. But that is more of a Chinese food or other parts in Asia. Thai people don't generally use chopsticks.
So do they just use their fingers, or what do they use?
No, they generally use, they have these, I don't know if you've seen them, they're like short spoons.
Okay.
And they kind of dip down like this. They'll use those a lot.
Okay.
Or just normal forks. At our orphanage, we use just forks.
But I saw the kids eating with their hands too.
The kids sometimes the tribal the kids in the different tribes will eat with their hands, and they'll use 3 fingers as a scoop, and their thumb will pinch. It's a real art, actually. It's not easy to do and do it like clean, because you don't see people eat with their hands. You think just like this.
Yeah, right.
It's not. It's a scoop, pinch, and they eat it. It's really clean.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Awesome.
Well, I'm
Now
glad I asked that question, aren't you?
So if you ever want to eat with your hands, just ask me. So this is pretty well done already. Once your mushrooms are done, and mushrooms don't take very long to cook. Your squash is already done, your tofu, everything. Now taste it. If you think it's too spicy for you, which if you made homemade curry paste, it is sometimes a little bit too spicy, add some more coconut milk if it's, or add some water. Or
Add
lime
less.
juice. If it's too sweet, add a little bit of lime juice. It'll cut the
I
sweet
have
out
a
and make it a little more
question.
sour.
If you taste something really, really spicy, what is something good to eat immediately afterwards or drink to cut that heat?
Generally, it's not water. So ice or something like that
Coconut
is going to
milk.
make it worse. Coconut milk could help. Something that's a little creamier will generally cut that for you.
Okay.
So we.
Why don't we make them the pad thai now?
Well,
We will make them. First, we got to show them what it looks like.
Oh, that's
The finished
right.
product over here, and we have some rice scooped up. I like to serve it over a brown rice. It's traditional to serve it over rice.
And I liked how it's decorated over here. I like how you have all the little carrots. And what kind of greenery is that?
That's Thai basil,
Over here.
which is slightly different on the rice. It's basil.
Uh-huh.
It's Thai basil, and it tastes a little bit different than regular basil. And I can't really explain
almost a little
exactly what it is.
spicier.
It's a little bit spicier.
A little stronger flavor, I think, than
stronger
the
flavor.
Italian basil.
But it's delicious. So you can use either Thai basil or, and sometimes if you want to put a little bit of basil in your curry, that's good too. This is good.
Awesome.
So let's go ahead and move on to the pad thai.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and read the recipe for you. So the pad thai is going to be 1 tablespoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of black soy sauce, 6 tablespoons of thin soy sauce, 2 teaspoons of fresh lime juice, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 onion, 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, 1 block of tofu cut into large pieces, 1/2 of a package of Thai rice noodles, 1/2 a cup of dry roasted peanuts, 1/4 a cup of chives, 1 cup of fresh sprouts, and 1½ teaspoons of red chili paste. All right, now for the pad thai, I want to start out with our tofu. And we've done the same thing here to kind of dried out the tofu a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and have Aunt Linda grill up our tofu for us a little bit. We're going to spray it with some cooking spray. And got some.
Oops, it went off.
Ooh, it go off on you?
There it is.
All right, so go ahead and turn that up pretty high,
Okay.
as high as it can go. And then we're going to start over here. So while she's stirring that and letting it brown a little bit, so
You're gonna turn your fire on?
we're going to turn our fire on over
turn
here.
your light on.
Turn the light on. Can you light that up for us? Okay, so then
We'll
you're
leave the
gonna
light
add
on for you.
your sesame oil. And your onion. Once again, we're starting out with onion.
If anybody hasn't really cooked with sesame oil, I'd really encourage you to do so because it just gives so much flavor to food.
It does. It's fragrant. It just, I love it.
If I'm
over
making
here.
a fried rice, I like to save some and just drizzle over the top when it's done.
I do too.
You know, we're not using garlic in here today.
Oh, really?
But generally, you would.
Okay.
So
Just chose
use
not to
garlic.
today.
Yep, chose not to today. But if you want garlic, you add all the garlic you want to add. So once you have that going up, you're going to start with your soy sauces, your salt.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
what-
Tell them
Okay,
the difference.
I was getting there.
All right.
Jump the gun
we're
over
jumping,
here,
we're
okay?
jumping.
So there's 2 soy sauces here, and I don't need to tell with the camera, but when you swirl them a little bit, the one in this hand is a lot thicker.
Swirl it again
it
for them
moves.
so they get a good
I
close
don't know if you
look.
can see how this one is swirling around. Yeah, you can, actually.
Yeah.
This one does not. The idea here is this is more of a savory soy sauce.
Okay.
And the one in this hand is more of a molassesy tasting soy sauce.
Okay.
And
Sweeter.
it's
Little bit
a little
sweeter.
bit sweeter. So we're going to use both, not as much of the thick soy sauce, more of the thin. So we're going to add once our onion gets
Okay.
a little bit fried up,
While that
still-
onion is fried up, Katie, can you tell us a little bit about you know how your mom and Auntie Linda go camping and they can rough it a little bit, and how would Auntie Brenda do over there where you stayed?
Well, we were talking about this the other day, and I tend to think that it would not be Aunt Brenda's ideal situation for living. But I can tell you, I fell in love with the school and with the living conditions in all actuality. It was all bamboo walls and all bamboo. Everything was made from bamboo.
Well, could you
and
fall
sometimes-
through or something?
It happens sometimes. Bamboo is pretty durable. You can really use bamboo for just about anything.
Okay.
But every few years they have to essentially replace it or rebuild their structures.
Oh,
when
wow.
it gets weak. So I can tell you the amount of times I would be walking and I would fall straight through the bamboo with a leg. I have scrapes up my legs. I have it's a painful experience. Occasionally it happens. It does not happen a lot.
But
It's
there's not any
something that-
snakes or anything to worry about, is there?
There are snakes in Thailand where I was.
One almost
there was-
fell and landed on you.
It did. I came out of my room one day and I saw some of the kids were up on top of the roof. They were cleaning the roof and cleaning some of the leaves and cleaning just junk out of off the roof. And down about 5 feet from me on my balcony, like bamboo porch, falls this green pit viper, about 5 feet from me.
Is that a dangerous kind of snake?
Green pit vipers are poisonous snakes. It's the kind of thing, if you don't get anti-venom in you, within a few hours, you're going to be in big trouble. It could kill. It will kill you. So I'm standing about 5 feet away. This thing falls, and I scream as loud as I can. Snake!
But you screamed in
And run the
Thai.
direction. I did not scream it in Thai.
Oh, you
actually.
didn't?
Because the word for snake in Thai or in Korean, mostly in Thai, is very, very difficult to say. And when you think about the sound, the ng sound that we have at the end of like cooking, like that ng sound, we only have that at the end of our words.
Oh, okay.
Thai people use that sound at the beginning of words.
Oh, my.
And it's very, very difficult to say. And
Oh.
even after 10 months of being there, I never got the hang of it. So I did yell it in English. And it's funny, they always joke there, the kids, when you scream snake, will run towards it, and all the Americans run the other way. The kids came running, they beat the viper, and ended up chopping it in a couple pieces and killed it.
Ooh, the
So,
kids
The
did
kids
that?
did that. Little kids, the little boys.
How old?
Anywhere from 5 or 6 to teenagers.
Oh.
Now that we've got a cooked onion, we're going to go ahead and add our soy sauces that we just talked about.
Okay.
Add your soy sauce. Your sugar. And this is not salt. I might have said that, but we did not have that much salt in there.
Okay.
That's sugar.
Okay.
And this is red chili paste. You can buy this in Asian markets. If you don't like spicy food, you do not have to add that. I love it.
Yeah, I do,
I do too.
It's a good
it's really
flavor to
good
your
without
pad
it,
thai.
too.
It's really good without it as well. So then we're going to add our noodles. Also a little bit of onion. Now I think this is probably more noodles we're going to need. You might use, depending on the kind of noodles you buy, you're either going to use a full packet or a half a packet to add our noodles in.
That's a half a packet?
This is a full packet here.
Okay, so you're just going to take half.
So I'm going to take half of that. Stir it in with the sauces. It can start to stick together sometimes. And what I've already done with these noodles is boiled them for just a couple minutes. Now it doesn't take a long time like pasta. You're going to have your already boiling water. You're going to dump these rice noodles in. And these are just thick Asian rice noodles you can get in a market. You're going to dump the rice noodles in the water. And they'll cook for about 5 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes. You're going to watch them because you don't want them soggy and you don't want them too stiff.
Okay.
So these are already cooked.
You know, Katie, your mom and aunties have a special friend, Sean Boonstra, who dearly loves Thai cuisine. It's his favorite food, and I couldn't help but thinking of you, Sean. I so wish you were here with
Well, I
us
know,
so
you
that
would
you
love
could taste
this.
all this. Her food is amazing, absolutely amazing. So we'll have to have him back sometime when you're cooking, Katie.
Now, pad thai, yes. Pad thai is real quick. If we over fry this or overcook it, it's going to start sticking together. It's going to get real nasty. It's not going to be good. So now that the sauces, you can see the sauces are coating all the noodles.
Yes.
We're going to go ahead and add our tofu in. It's slightly grilled. You can cook it more if you like, less if you want it, just like this. It's perfect. Go ahead and add our green onion,
Okay.
which adds a beautiful color
Yes.
to the pad thai.
Peanuts?
And our peanuts. Once again, these are dry roasted peanuts.
Of the
These are the
natural
raw,
kind.
natural.
Raw, natural
And
peanuts.
You
And then we're just going to wait a second before we add the bean sprouts and just get it all mixed in. Just a little bit. And then we're going to add our bean sprouts. And this just adds kind of a crunchy element to the pad thai.
Oh, yeah.
And so you've got everything else cooked and hot, and then you
Now-
don't cook the bean sprouts all the way through.
Traditional pad
Okay.
thai, you put fried egg in it.
Yes. Yes. Traditional
But you
pad
don't
thai.
have to.
And a lot of Thai cooking will start, like I said, onion, garlic, and egg, usually.
Oh, wow.
Usually egg. Pad Thai, if you buy it on the street in Thailand, it's going to have egg in it.
But you can
Absolutely.
ask them to not.
If you can speak Thai, you can ask them, no egg. If you don't, I would like to see you try. Maybe a little chicken thing going on. No. I don't know, something. That's good right here if you can turn off this. Yeah, that might work for you. They might laugh at you, too.
I think I just eat the egg.
I just eat the egg.
I think I did too.
Beautiful, and that's all there is to that one right now. We've got some already made pad thai. to show you.
And I love how you
Catie,
garnished it.
While we're over there looking in that food, I don't know if you can pull the camera out a little bit. Can you tell them about the decorations here?
Yes, the decorations in front. If you see in the back, there's these things that look
here?
like sailboats right
yes,
here.
uh-huh.
And this is a traditional gift in Thailand.
Oh,
So I
okay.
think that right there, that particular one, was actually given to me. I worked at a Buddhist school in Thailand as an English teacher. And I fell in love with the children there, fell in love with the other teachers. They were so giving, so kind to me, always fed me lunch and invited me to their parties. And this one, they had a festival for the kids at the end of the year, and they had Thai dancing and all these traditional sort of stuff. And they called up each of their American teachers, and they gave us gifts. And this was their gift to me, which is comes from a small village that doesn't have a lot of money. This is a big deal for them to buy something
That
like
elaborate
this.
for
And,
them,
she,
yeah.
and you hand carried this on the plane.
I hand carried this on the plane back from Thailand, and it actually used to have like a plastic sort of enclosed
Dome, like a dome.
And I was being so careful to carry it back, and I actually moved my seat, and it crunched it. So the encasing over it is broken, but that is what they gave me, and I have hung onto it for the last few years, just because the gesture was so kind and giving,
and big for them.
and really a big deal for them. It was a lot of money for them to spend.
Wow.
To
And
give
tell
to
them
me.
about the blue.
The blue blanket that the pad thai is sitting on is
Right in here.
a handmade blanket by one of the tribes in Thailand. Handmade, hand knitted, hand on their one of their wheels, hand sewn. Just a beautiful traditional. Like this took a lot of time. This is all hand done. The dolls that you see, the woman is a traditional Thai doll, and her gesture with her hands together is saying hello. They use the hand gesture as a thank you or as a hello. And the man that you'll see is a Karen doll, and that's the tribe that I worked with, the Karen, and that's a traditional Karen outfit. The shirts and the pants are all made, and that is what they wear in the village. Everyone wears those shirts. Everyone wears. The women wear skirts, and the men wear. A lot of the times, the men wear skirts too, just like that.
and they're very modest people.
Oh, very modest. You will never see, when I was over there, I was told never show your shoulders, never show your knees. You didn't do any of those things. Like, everything was always covered, very modest, no low shirts, nothing. When they swim, it's in their clothing. They don't swim
Oh, wow.
within swimsuits. So it is very modest.
I just thought you might think that was interesting because I
Right.
just like to hear about things like that.
Those decorations definitely are something. They're sentimental as well as.
One more quick story, Catie, I want to know if you'll share with them, is when you first arrived, the rainy season.
I did arrive in the end of the rainy season in Thailand, and it is hot. And especially in Bangkok, when you step off the plane, Bangkok is a congested city. There's a lot of people smashed in a relatively small place. It's a big city, but there's a lot of people. And I got off the plane. I remember walking outside the airport. It's like a heat wave just hits you, and it's just humidity. It feels like you're breathing water. You know, it's so. Because you walk out, you're like, ugh. Like it doesn't. And I walked out and I was like, oh goodness, I hope there's some sort of air, or like in my house, some sort of fan or something. And I got in that was midnight in Bangkok. It was about a 4-hour drive to the bamboo school. And we got there, and I walked onto the campus, and I was like, oh my. I prayed for primitive, but I have no idea what I got myself into. The bamboo walls came about like this, and the roof came over like this. So you could lay in your bed and see out in the stars. And that was a little intimidating at first. The toilets were squat pots on the ground. That's what Asian toilets are, is these squat pots. And that was intimidating at first too, because I never used one of those, and it's 4 in the morning, and you're trying to figure out how that whole thing works. And then you go to lay in bed, and it is over 80% humidity, and it is hot as all get out. And of course, there's no insulation because the roof is like this. I had no fan, and it was so wet and humid that my sheets felt wet. My sheets felt damp. So I remember just laying in a puddle of sweat and just thinking, this is going to be the longest year of my life. I woke up 3 hours later to the floor shaking because bamboo housing, when you walk on it, the floor is going to shake a little bit. So the kids would get up in the morning at 5 in the morning to do their chores, and your bed shakes.
That's your alarm clock.
That's your alarm clock. Well, they ring a bell, and then the kids come running, and they're singing, and the
Okay,
floor is shaking.
hold on to that thought a minute so that you can start the next recipe when you finish your story.
Because I love this.
You'll want to hear the rest of it.
This next recipe is called Tom Kha Gai soup, and it's a very traditional Asian soup. We're going to start with 6 cups of water plus 3 tablespoons of MIcheff chicken seasoning, 3 to 4 red or green Thai peppers, 5 cloves of garlic, 2 stalks of fresh lemongrass, or 4 tablespoons of frozen lemongrass, 1/2 a can of coconut milk, 1 block of extra firm tofu, 2 cups of thinly sliced shiitake mushrooms, 3½ tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon plus 2 teaspoons of lime juice, and other vegetables of your choice, plus 1/4 a cup of fresh cilantro chopped. All right, now to start this recipe off, we've already got 6 cups of water boiling on the stove, and we're going to go ahead and add to that MIcheff chicken seasoning. Now in Thailand, they'd use some sort of chicken stock. So this is a vegetarian version of a vegan version of what they do over there. So the MIcheff chicken seasoning, and we have the water. You're gonna let that boil, and then you're gonna add your lemongrass. Now, I already have 1 stalk chopped in here, but I wanted to show you what lemongrass looked like because a lot of people don't know. This is a stalk of lemongrass over here on the chopping board. And the way that you chop it is you just take it from the stalk, and sometimes there's leaves that don't look quite as ready to go, and then you'll peel those off, and then you just start chopping it in circles. And when they get all chopped down, you're going to just chop them again, make them smaller, and we're going to let you go ahead and work on that.
I can do that.
And it smells so good.
It smells just like lemon.
Like fresh lemon.
We're actually, yeah, it's
smells
good
just like
stuff.
a fresh lemon.
So we're going to go ahead and add our garlic. We already had that chopped up. And our chili pepper. Now remember, if you don't like things so spicy, don't add so many. This is 3 to 4 chili peppers in here.
Dump it in.
Oh, I say dump it in too.
The seeds. The other thing that'll help you out, if you peel the seeds out, that'll give you the flavor with less spice. Because the seeds are what really spicy in the peppers.
Okay.
They're known as Thai bombs in Thailand.
Want this here?
This is soy sauce. Yes, if you eat a whole one of those, your mouth is going to be so much on fire, you're not going to be able to breathe. It's happened to me before.
Lemon juice?
Lemon juice, lime juice.
It actually
lime
takes
juice,
your breath
okay.
away.
It does
really
take your breath away. You get sweaty, and it's awful.
Okay.
Do you do this tip seems kind of tough. Do you still do that?
You can do part of it. There's actually more flavor in the tip of it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So we're going to let what you do is you let this kind of soak in a little bit, and you'll start to really smell the lemon, fresh lemon smell.
Very fragrant.
The end of my story that I was telling you guys before was that there's so much humidity that it's always wet there. So if you wash your clothes, we wash our clothes in the river by hand, you hang out to dry, they don't dry during the rainy season. It's real bad.
That would just be miserable.
They just feel
never be dry.
Yeah, they just feel damp all the time. Wow. That looks pretty good there. So we'll add the rest of that lemongrass into our pot.
Get used to it?
Well, you do kind of get used to it. That's something that is better when it's not the rainy season. It gets dry. And then I'm going to add some fresh cilantro to this. Now, I'm just going to tell you, I know Mom does not like cilantro very much.
I'm trying to eat it, but it's not my favorite.
I like it in small doses. I'm not a big fan where
I gotta
can
tell
take
you,
a lot of it.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I do love this soup, but I'm just not a big cilantro fan.
And we're going to add our vegetables. Woo!
Okay.
Spill them a little bit. These are shiitake mushrooms. Now, if you cannot find fresh shiitake mushrooms, you can get the dried version and soak them, and that works just fine. Or use regular mushrooms if you don't have them. Stir that up, splatter a little bit. Add your broccoli or any other vegetables. If you don't want to add broccoli at all, just do the mushrooms. That's totally fine. Or you can add carrots, you can add tomatoes, you can add whatever you want to this. This was just my choice.
Are tomatoes very prominent over there?
They do have them for things like the som tom and the salads and such. They don't normally go in curries or things like that because they have more flavor. So they're going to take away from the curry paste and the spicy lemongrass, all that. They're going to take away from that flavor. They use a lot of pumpkin, especially the tribes.
And eggplant.
A lot of Thai eggplants. You'll see them sometimes in Asian markets are circular like this. You just chop them in half, throw them in your curry.
So there's a different type of eggplant than we have in the States.
They're not big. They're just little. Then we're going to add our tofu, which we already have. Whoop, lost a little bit. It's all right. Which we already have seared on the stove in big chunks once again. And then once you get that all nice and stirred up, you're going to add your coconut milk. And again, some coconut milks are going to be less creamy. This one's a little bit creamy.
It all depends on the brand.
It all depends on the brand. If it's not as creamy and you want your soup a little creamier, add more.
Now, do you ever use that? So I have seen where they have some coconut milk that'll say light on it with less calories. Do you ever use that?
I do not like coconut milk that's light.
Okay.
It does not have nearly the flavor. It does not have, and you know what? Coconut milk is not bad for you in small quantities. Coconut is for you. Yes, it has high fat. Don't eat it all the time, but it's not something that is bad for you.
Okay.
You're gonna let that cook on the stove until your vegetables are, tender. I like a little crunch to it. Still, I don't like them soppy. So just cook them until they're a little tender. And that's your soup. Now, if it's too spicy for you, add a little sugar. If it's, if it's not spicy enough, add more pepper. If it's too sour, add more sugar. Like, there's ways to give and take. You can add more coconut milk if it's too spicy. All those.
So there's a lot of ways to adjust.
A lot of ways to adjust it if you don't kind of like it. So
well, it looks delicious.
It does. And this is our finished product over here. The soup, and this is
awesome.
It is amazing.
Well, before you go, we have one more recipe.
We have one more recipe, and we are going to make dessert for you now.
Okay.
This is mango and sticky rice. So 3 cups of uncooked white sticky sweet rice, 2 cups of coconut milk, 3/4 a cup of sugar, plus 1 tablespoon of honey, 1 teaspoon salt, a mango, or 2, if you really like them, and sesame seeds for garnish. All right, now we're getting to the good stuff.
Well, I don't know. Everything's been pretty good so far.
We are making dessert now. And this is mango and sticky rice, one of the most traditional desserts that you will have in Thailand. Everything is rice in Thailand. So even the desserts, just sweet rice. What this is sticky rice. And you'll see when you make it, it really sticks together.
It's not your traditional
rice. Now, when it's cooked in Thailand, it's made in a bamboo steamer. For sake of what everyone's going to have and the easiest way to make it, I found out through trial and error that you can actually make sticky rice in your own rice cooker. You just add slightly less water than, so normal rice, you might put double the amount of water, the amount of rice you put slightly less than that and just turn it on and cook it. And when it says done, you open the lid and just let it steam out and it'll start getting sticky.
Oh, that's awesome.
So what we already have, our rice cooked here, and we're going to go ahead and add some coconut milk. Now, it says 2 cups on there. It might not take 2 cups. It depends on the rice. It depends, or not on the rice. It depends on the coconut milk and what brand you buy. This is creamy, and I probably splattered a little bit of coconut milk myself. So we're going to start with just half of that and see where it takes us. Now, this is going to be a little bit hard. It's going to be easier to stir if it's hot. Do it right away. And this has been sitting for a little bit, so it's going to be a little more difficult for us to get in there and stir. But I'm going to stir it up. This actually might be enough coconut milk. We might not be.
I have to say, Katie, I'm really not a big fan of tropical fruits. I generally, the only tropical food I can say that I'm actually really enjoy is bananas and pineapples. So I'm not a big fan of tropical fruits. But when I actually sampled this with Katie, she said, oh, come on, Auntie, you got to try this. And I love desserts. I have a very big sweet tooth. And I'm not a fan of mango, but I got to tell you, I love the mango sticky rice. It is so good.
Just a little
it's the
bit
whole
there.
blend of flavors. That mango with it just balances out. And I normally wouldn't just eat a mango plain. I would love it with the sticky rice. It's so good.
But once again, if you really don't like mango, you can add it with something else. Cook out,
Could do the
get
pineapple.
some pineapple. Get some
banana.
Katie, this is reminding me of kids' time here.
I know, it's splattering. It's really, this rice is so sticky and it's been sitting.
In fact,
it's just flying out on me every
In
time
fact,
I
I'll
try to
tell you a little something on Katie. If you want to see any of her bloopers on Kids Time, go to kidstimeforjesus.org. That's our Kids Time website, kidstimeforjesus.org.
Okay.
And click on bloopers, and you're going to see some of Katie's bloopers on Kids Time. They're so cute. Some things were just spilling out of the bowl or the blender overflowing.
We're adding a little more coconut milk over here.
Okay.
So just a little bit more, not all of it. And then you want to go ahead and add our sugar.
You want all of it?
Yes, we do. Now this is quite a bit of sugar. I'm not going to say it's a healthy dessert. It's not the worst of things you could eat either. So.
Okay. So this, well, it's
It's
a
favorite
treat.
with
It's a treat.
It's a treat.
It's a treat. It's not something you're going to eat all the time.
You
It's
need
a
to be
treat.
temperate in all things and in things in
Go
moderation.
ahead and add the honey. Get some honey in there.
And now the reason why you have the blend of sugar and honey is just for flavor. Is that
Just
it?
for flavor.
Okay.
Honey gives it a little different of a flavor.
Okay.
And this is salt. You
add salt to it?
You do add salt to it.
Because you
Wow.
didn't cook it with any salt.
I didn't cook the rice with any salt.
So your little kids at the orphanage, they really love this.
Oh yeah, everybody loves mango and sticky rice.
Okay.
And you know what? That right there, that's it.
That's it?
So what we're gonna do now is you just put it with some mango,
I
and
think I need to try this.
you try a little bit up, a little bit, just a little bit. You put it with some mango, put some sesame seeds over it. It's delicious. Everybody will love it.
This looks delicious.
What's the verdict?
I think that's it.
Amazing.
Good stuff.
I'd like them to see what you have the way you displayed it too, and it looks like toasted sesame seeds.
We did toast some sesame seeds for the sake of color. It looks a lot prettier with the toasted sesame seeds on there.
Now, who runs the orphanage at the Bamboo School? I know, but I want you all to know.
Her name's Catherine Riley Bryan, and she is from New Zealand, and she's been at the Bamboo School for over 15 years now. And she started it. She takes care of.
Is there a website that people could go?
Yes, if you want to look on bambooschool.org, that's where you can see all about it and the amazing work that she's done for those kids.
And they
over
call
there.
her.
They call her Momo Cat, and in Karen, that means mother. So that's an affectionate way of saying mother. So we called her Momo over there. You can call her Momo Cat. So.
Well, you know, we have 4 cookbooks out, and actually Catie has a cookbook too.
That's right.
And we're going to show you how you can get one of those cookbooks.
If you've enjoyed the recipes you've seen today and would like to purchase your own copy of their cookbooks, including their new cookbook, Soups, Salads, and Sandwiches, you can write to 3ABN, Post Office Box 220, West Frankfort, Illinois 62896. That's 3ABN, Post Office Box 220, West Frankfort, Illinois 62896. You can call 618-627-4651. That's 618-627-4651. Or if you'd like to contact the MIcheff sisters for speaking appointments or concerts, you can do so at their website at MIcheffSisters.com. That's MICHEFF sisters.com. Contact them today. They'd love to hear from you.
Hello, I'm Tom Mann. Have you ever wondered what it takes to keep 3ABN's message fresh and up to date? We're working constantly on new programs for an ever-growing audience around the world. But how is that accomplished? After working many years in television and radio, I've realized how unusual it is for 3ABN to produce such a large percentage of original quality programming. Most Christian networks use a large number of programs produced by other ministries, and unfortunately, they have little or no control over the content. But we've been called to give a consistent message, and we do not allow the focus to become entertainment or performance-oriented. The clear vision given to Danny Shelton, our founder, was to build a television station that would reach the world with the undiluted Three Angels messages, one that would counteract the counterfeit. And that's what we strive for. We just don't provide family-friendly programming. If it's not squarely based on the Bible, our pledge to you is that it will not appear on any of our networks. When it comes to original programming, we produce 69% of our 3ABN English television content, 67% of our 3ABN Latino content, and 100% of what our Russian language channel airs. Without the Lord and all of you, that would be impossible. But we're continuously blessed with the finest teachers, preachers, health presenters, and guests day after day and year after year. So many people work together to make a television program. Producers, directors, camera operators, studio managers, lighting and audio-visual directors, and video engineers, just to mention a few. But we never forget that the message is the most important part of the equation in bringing the hope of salvation to those who haven't heard about Jesus Christ. We have only one solution: a relationship with our Savior. And whether it's a story of a changed life or a program specifically for children, we want to bring honor and glory to Him each and every minute of every day. And with 6 networks airing 168 hours of programming each week, that's a total of 1,008 hours. How can we do this with such a small staff? The answer is simple: the Lord makes it possible, and He uses you to help. From the beginning, your prayers and financial support have made it all possible. And 25 years later, our message is still strong. So thank you for all you do for 3ABN. Your prayers are felt each day, both at our ministry headquarters and all around the world. If the Holy Spirit impresses you to support 3ABN's worldwide ministry, please send your tax-deductible love gifts to 3ABN, Post Office Box 220, West Frankfort, Illinois, 62896. Or call us at 618-627-4651 during regular business hours. God bless you.
Well, let's take one last look at what we made today. We've got Tom Kha Gai soup,
Oh, so good.
Som Tom green papaya salad,
Ooh, that's good too.
Pad Thai,
Oh, I love that.
there's mango and sticky rice,
Oh, that's good.
and our squash curry.
And that is amazing.
That is, Katie, I loved everything you made. I
did
tell you,
too.
it was
Katie,
amazing.
So good to
Thank
be
you
here.
so much for being
Thank
here
you for
with
joining
us.
What a treat it was to have Katie with us today. And if you would like to have some of Katie's recipes, all of her recipes will be on the 3ABN website.
As well as that red curry paste. If
That's
you want to
it.
get that, it's
That's
there
right.
too.
Oh, well, that's all the time we have for now. So, for now,
May all
now your meals be seasoned with God's love.
Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you, Katie.